Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see fourth-year quarterback Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys as they match up with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bills being led out by their quarterback, the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. And of course, the Bills, they've been looking for a franchise quarterback for a number of years, and now they think they have their guy. He certainly had his moments as a rookie, including an impressive win in Minnesota in his second NFL start.
Right there. Right there. 54 9. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than doubled his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and of course, catch it out of the backfield.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Allen now looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. He finds McCoy. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And His crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown or for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left, for a big play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Prescott from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Right there, 54 Mike. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Earlier, we mentioned the Madden Classic Championship. We also want to remind you that registration is underway for the opportunity to represent your favorite NFL club in the Madden NFL Club Championship. 32 of the best Madden competitors in the world will face off in the Club Championship final live from the EA Broadcast Center in December. Register today for a chance to take home a piece of the largest prize pool in MCS history. Folks, over $700,000. Visit MaddenChampionship.com/compete by October 7th and receive a free Team Elite Fantasy Pack. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, and that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now Austin. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And before the Cowboys get going here on this drive, the big news for them all summer, if you're a fantasy player, I'm sure you've been paying attention to it as well. Ezekiel Elliott not reporting to the team. He's been down in Cabo working out. And Jerry Jones, don't laugh.
I'm laughing, right?
Why, because you don't work out in Cabo?
He's in Cabo working out.
I know.
That sentence has never been used before.
Well, how about this Jerry Jones quote? You don't need a rushing champion to win a Super Bowl.
And Zeke's camp is saying, okay, you may have to prove that, because for Jerry Jones, he's saying, listen, we've signed Alfred Morris, who's been a proven running back in the league, but that was a few years ago. They drafted Tony Pollard out of Memphis, who they're very high on, but he's not a bell cow runner. Darius Jackson, also not a bell cow runner. The way their offense works and works best is Zeke takes the bulk of the carries, catches a few out of the backfield, takes the pressure off of Dak Prescott. They may have to change their offense a bit if they don't get this resolved.
By the way, going back to the Jerry Jones statement, only 2 guys who've won a rushing title and a Super Bowl the same year. Emmitt Smith did it 3 times, and Terrell Davis once in '98 with the Broncos.
And who did Emmitt Smith play for when he did it 3 times?
The Cowboys.
And who ran the team?
Jerry Jones.
Okay.
On third down, Elliott. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. To return is Roberts. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Mike 58, right there. Watch the run, watch the run.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Boy, you got to think that having a 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Maher is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Allen and the Bills now. Down 10-0. 1:46 to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl.
Mike 319. Mike 5-4. 3 bud, 3 bud.
To throw is Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To throw, it's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.